What up, YouTube? This is Daniel Rucker with Truth Table. Welcome to the table. I'm just gonna get in here. I know why you guys are watching. I know why you guys come over to this channel. I get cooking, so that's what I'm gonna do. Without further ado, ladies, this one is for you guys. My question is, why? Why does every woman seem to want the same man? Why is it that in the modern day, most women now assume that the only way that they're gonna have a great relationship or some type of love story that is gonna be worth telling is gonna be with this exceptional man that every single woman wants? What do I mean by that? I mean the 6 feet, the 6-pack, the 6 figures. You know, I tell you guys on a regular, I consume content. As I am a content creator, I also consume content. And today I was watching my brother MTR, actually, he was doing one of the reviews on a young lady by the name of Hulisa, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to you, my brother. Keep up the good work. But one of the things she was talking about when she was saying in her dating experience what she wanted, and what stood out in my mind was a contradiction. And what I mean by contradiction, I mean that she said that she wanted a nice, ambitious man. She didn't want him to be an a-hole. Now, why am I pretty much mentioning this particular part? Trust me, I promise it's going to tie all together as you continue to watch this broadcast. Ladies, what I see, what I continue to observe is that most of the time when you say you want something, they are things that don't belong in the same equation. You know, like a nice a-hole. Let me explain something to you, ladies. If you're going to have an ambitious man, if you're going to have a successful man, if you're going to have a man that is progressive, that is, a high achiever, that is someone who is a leader in his own right, in his industry, in the globe, in his region, wherever, I promise you that there's going to be tendencies about that man that are not necessarily going to be nice. That man's going to be tenacious. That man's going to be difficult. That man is also going to have standards. And for the most part, the average woman, if not most women, are going to assume that his strong-like behavior, his temperament, his demands that he makes on you, because trust, he's going to make demands on you, is going to come across like the a-hole that she claims she didn't want. And see, therein is why I wanted to do this particular broadcast tonight, because a lot of times when I hear women constantly being interviewed about what they want or how hard it is to date or how difficult it is to find a quality guy, it's not a problem to find a quality guys, ladies. It's not a problem to find quality men. The problem is that the delusion and the vastness of how the average woman thinks when it comes to men is so far-fetched, it's almost unachievable. And see, I know that there's some people listening to the sound of my voice saying, well, are you saying that it's impossible? No, I'm not saying it's impossible. But see, over here, on this side, see, we like to deal in probability and not possibility. See, possibility is your Disney stories, your fantasies, La La Land and fairy dust, bubblegum dreams and rainbows. Nah, we don't live like that. We live over here in practicality. We live in reality. In reality, ladies, most of you, if not a vast majority of you, will never, ever meet, interact, or be able to secure that man that you lay up in your bed dreaming about, or that you sit around the table at the coffee, around coffee in the workroom or in the break room, or out, on your girl trips drinking mimosas or whatever, and you talk to your homegirls about and all your social circle about this man that's going to just show up and be everything that you want him to be, and then he's gonna desire you. No, I'm here to tell you that this is a numbers game. Everything in life has a balance to it, ladies. Everything in life has a way of showing you the possibility of something occurring, but more the probability of something occurring. What most women are doing now is that they're living the wish factor. If anybody ever watched the Kings of Comedy, Cedric the Entertainer talked about this. I wish I would. The wish factor. And a lot of women are living by this particular factor, this particular mindset, this practice. They are banking their livelihood. They are banking their romantic world. They are banking their future on hitting the lotto. And the likeliness that you're going to hit the lottery especially for the big ticket lotteries. Not the little bitty itty ones like, the 10 to 20, which no knock to that, but nobody really tripping on winning $20,000 compared to $300 million. Completely different spectrums, right? Okay. It is the same thing applied, ladies, in this particular region. See, just because you're a woman and just because you've been told that everything belongs to you or that you are special, that is not the case. I did a little research before I did this broadcast just to kind of give it some continuity, some base, some substance to what I'm saying. Because I don't always want to just get on here and just formulate my opinion, even though most of my opinion is backed by stats and statistics and, facts of things that I've done. I'm an avid reader, lived experience, observed lived experience, so on and so forth. So I pulled up an article and I attached it in the description below. Go ahead and read it at your leisure. But what I wanted to compare this to was like, most people understand the Olympics. Most people understand that there's 3 prizes that you can win in the Olympics. There's the bronze, there's the silver, and there's that good old favorable gold medal that everybody practices and makes their life's mission and life's work when it comes to their athleticism to acquire, right? The gold medal is what you seek out to win. You're not aiming for silver. You're not aiming for bronze. You're aiming for gold. And I'm not mad at that. If you're going to be competitive, be competitive. But guess what, ladies? I did some research and it was saying in an article that about 10,500 athletes on average that go to the Olympics every 4 years, the likeliness of winning a gold medal is 3%. 3 out of the 10,000 people that participate. That is an exceptionally low number. Now, the same applied mathematical equation that is the Olympics is the same mathematical equation that is applied in the modern dating era, in the modern dating arena. There is approximately 8 billion people on the planet. And in most cases, in most scenarios, there's more women than there is men. Now, that's not a problem. It's not a problem in the fact that there's, the pair that's matched. No. The problem is that when you women want to go after the very small minority of men, and very small minority of men, you want to group your standards in such a small pool of men. And then you think that all of you are going to land this guy. It is numerically impossible. It is numerically impossible for there to be enough men who are 6 feet, who make 6 figures, who have a 6-pack, who are, empathetic, come from good families, maybe not have children, maybe be even into you. There's too many variables. And see, the problem is that you have a lot of women who are holding out for this idea of a man because they want the cream of the crop. Now, is there anything wrong with that? No. There's nothing wrong with having ideals. There's nothing wrong with having dreams. There's nothing wrong with having desires. What's wrong, ladies, is that you're eliminating so much of the vastness that is good quality men. Now, if this was a business application, right? And what I mean by business application, if you were to start a business, would you start a business and go after just a small minority of people if you were trying to become profitable? Or would you start a business that has a wider demographic, a wider customer base? Some may say, I'm going to go after the small niche market because that's what I want to do. And that's fine. Would you be wrong for that? No. But the probability of you getting to scale faster than someone who was to focus on the vast majority of the customer base is going to be night and day different. It's going to be time. And I'm here to tell you, ladies, if no one's told you, you don't have the time. The one thing that I like to play sometimes around with is some of women's sayings. And one of their sayings is, I don't got time. You'll hear a woman say that, but yet they will wait, most of their 20s, if not all of their 20s, even into their early 30s, sometimes to their mid 30s, all the way up to their 40s, to hold out for dear life for this guy that probably will never show up. And more than likely, you don't qualify for it. So if the true nature of a woman is to say she doesn't have time, then I suggest that you ladies get into high gear and you start making more practical decisions. You start realizing that for the most part, if you was to remove your education, if you was to remove your experiences, if you were to remove maybe even your talent, and you was to strip yourself down to bare metal, guess what? You're still a woman. And in the mind of most men, even these high value men, even these men that you guys want or you're chasing or you're trying to acquire and get their attention, guess what? You're still a woman. You have to start looking at it from a primal perspective. You have to start looking at it from the perspective that is at the end of the day, because the term end of the day is literally that. When you strip away everything and you break it down to bare bones, you break it down to bare metal, who is he going to deal with? Is he going to deal with your career? Is he going to deal with your education? Is he going to deal with your talent? In the mind of a man, ladies, we don't care. You could be an opera singer or work at Walmart. You could be an astronaut or flip burgers at McDonald's. At the end of it all, most men, if not all men, and even these prize men that you guys want and need and desire, are going to want to deal with the pleasantry that is a woman. Her femininity, her fitness, her attitude, her poise, the ability for her to get along with him. That's usually it. Stop complicating it, ladies. Stop making it such a hard thing. And stop, for the love of God, being such a contradiction in your desires and in your wants. You can't turn gangsters into gentlemen. You can't turn, just like you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, you can't turn a good guy into a bad boy, and vice versa. The contradictions that are you guys' standards is what's keeping you single. It's not men not being man enough. It's not men not knowing how to handle you. It's the fact that you guys want too much. And guess what? I'm here to tell you, you don't deserve all of what you desire. You deserve someone to come into your life, be quality, be respectable, be decent to you, show you interest, show you consistency, protection, so on, so forth. You thinking that you're going to live this exceptional life, you're going to be the next Kim K, you're going to be, I don't know, the next Meghan Markle, highly unlikely. Stay in your lane, be happy and grateful with what you have, and maximize it at that point. I promise you'll be a lot happier. So I know I just jumped right in. That's all I wanted to talk about tonight. The contradictions need to stop. I really am here to try to help everyone, ladies, men, the whole collective. So that's all I have for you tonight. This is Daniel Rucker with True Table. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. I so appreciate it. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.